What's up, everybody? Mogi on Monster here, along with the lovely Stevie B.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, WTF as we like to call it. What's going on, guys? Good to see everybody in chat. Mr. Lee, first one in the door.
Right?
Great to see you.
Good to see you, Lee.
Push this back a little. There we go. Before I even get started, I got to put my glasses on.
Look to see what you were doing.
Couldn't actually see Mr. Lee in chat. I just heard he was there.
Miss Val, good to see you. Sharon Guy.
Hey, Val. Sharon.
Jim. Excuse me. What's up, Jim? Missed you this morning. I wasn't feeling good. I was running late.
I can see.
Oh. Northwoods, good to see you.
What's up, Northwoods?
Good as auto. Long time.
That's why he says, hello, strangers.
Oh, look. I just saw his name.
It's good to see you, man.
I didn't see what he wrote. Good to see you. Indeed.
What else?
That's about it.
Right on.
That's all we need,
It's a good start.
right? Look, Mr. Lee said Mogs, and he put the emoji with the glasses on. That's funny.
Yeah, they're just getting worse and worse. I could probably be declared legally blind in my left eye.
Jeez.
I'm serious. Like, if I got, like, something happened to this eye, I couldn't drive because I can't drive with this eye.
Roger Blair, good to see you.
What's up, Roger? Listen to Sharon. Hit the like.
Right? You do what she says. Done.
So, in America here, tomorrow it's Independence Day, July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of our, no offense, Mr. Lee, but sort of us just going, hey, fuck you, Britain.
Independence Day.
249 years. Damn. That's a long time.
Hey, Christy.
What's up,
Good to see
Christy?
ya.
Contacts, it's a game changer. Yeah, well, I have cataracts, so I got to get that taken care
From the
of.
beginning of.
On this eye,
Okay.
I can't see shit. This eye is like if I were to take Vaseline and smear it on this
Right?
lens.
Lee says I'm sensing some hostility here. I think he was talking about the Britain thing.
Oh.
But it was appropriate.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. It was. Oh, that's what it said when I came back from overseas. We had to medevac a guy out because he had a fish hook in his eye.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh, no. I got nailed in the face with a bullet weight. That was bad enough.
I got
I
a
can't-
bobber, that pencil bobber to my eye.
Yeah.
That was a point. Just poof, that sucked. Get that new lens. You see 2 miles away, but not up close.
Christy, happy 4th of July to you.
Yeah, got a busy day tomorrow. A lot of people going out on the boat, but hopefully, I know that sounds terrible. I should hope that it happens. It rains.
Well, I mean, you look at the weather forecast and it's just rain. A lot of rain. I think that's going to be a day changer for all the activities that are scheduled.
Be it parades and
And it's a lot of rain. It's just
Yeah,
dumping a
inches.
lot of water all at the same time. we saw some flooding outside the neighborhood here at the light. We had to take a detour into the parking lot of a auto shop, and
Well, that was my choosing.
Well,
That's like,
I mean,
fuck it. The
you
cop
weren't-
standing there, he's like got the road blocked
you
off.
weren't driving in it or through it. I was looking at there's a construction barrel out there, and you can only see the top two lines of it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in there pretty deep.
No, it was deep. That's why I didn't go through it.
Sharon said, "No party for me. I'm on the farm."
We're not.
Yeah, it's raining everywhere, Mr. Lee. Look at the radar of the
World.
world. I mean, seriously, I was looking at it today. I'm like, wow, what is going on? It's just rain everywhere. What are you looking for?
A tablet. I think it's over there. It's no big deal.
It's behind me. I'll grab it.
It's what?
It's right behind me. Behind my
Oh, I know it was near.
Oh, Jesus.
I just want to check. It's got a bigger screen, bigger map.
Ah, that wasn't good.
Yeah, Florida's just a big mess. Oh, and then you get into Texas and Oklahoma and
All over.
yeah, Gulf states, Louisiana. Yeah, didn't realize there was that much rain out there.
Excuse me. I said, when I looked at it this afternoon, I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, but they said like in these next couple of days we're gonna get like 4-5 inches of rain cumulative in those couple days. Sharon says it clouded up big time there, but it didn't rain. Just the pattern of these storms is weird.
Excuse me.
One minute they were coming in from the west, the next minute they were coming in from the north.
Oh, they did cancel the parade tomorrow for Tavares.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be from 6 to 9:30, the festivities down there by you. Update, the parade has been canceled due to weather forecast. Family-friendly events features live music, community vendors, food trucks, and a family fun zone. Tastiest pie contest, patriotic poetry contest, and more. They'll be kicking off the festivities with live music in Wooten Park, followed by fireworks. So all that is canceled. Street party on Main Street begins 4:45. That's canceled. 5.
Really?
Seaplane fly over Main Street. 5. That's canceled.
I see the seaplanes fly over every day.
I know. Parade begins at 5. Canceled. 6 o'clock. They have kids at activity. So everything from 6 on is still a go as of now.
You know, it's not a total bust.
Yeah,
So Val said, Hub stopped at a hardware store today. I waited in the car. There was a barber shop next door. Said a complimentary beer with a cut.
Huh.
Yeah. But then, Mr. Lee says, beer and a haircut for the barber or the client? Could get messy.
Right.
I agree. Something is going on with everyone's weather.
Yeah.
It's just been that same pattern. And like she says, been sitting over Oklahoma for a month. It just keeps. It's just weird. It's not normal as far as I'm concerned. This weather this year has not been normal. So yesterday I went outside about, I don't know what time. It was like 10 o'clock. I don't know. I have to look and see what time I sent you that picture. But, oh, hold on. Something I have to check.
So Eustace hasn't canceled anything for tomorrow. That means right outside the backyard.
Sorry, I had to answer the boss.
The festivities here are still going on.
So I went outside. I was going to fish, and I was like, the water was kind of clear, just the way the sun was coming in. So I stood up on the wall, and I just stood up there with my fishing pole, and I watched. Kept looking and looking and looking. I'd see a gar come up. I don't normally cast to them because they just grab the worm for a second and then let it go. They never take the hook. And then I looked to my left and I saw something swimming over and it was long. I'm thinking, oh, it's another gar. So I cast to it and it took the hook and it wasn't a gar. It was a 6.12 pound, so 6 pound bass. I'm a shit.
Here, I hadn't heard from him in a while, so I messaged him, "What's up?" And he's like, "This is what's up." Shows me a picture, sends me a picture. Let's see if I can find it. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, that thing is
It had to.
twice the size of his foot. Here, show that because it won't show on my camera.
Okay, this is the second.
Oh, is that the
This
second
is-
one? Well, then we can
Then
scroll
later
back.
on, after lunch, I caught another one that was 3.78 pounds, so almost 4 pounds. This is next to my foot. This is the 4 pounder, so it's
Now, mind you, he's about a size 11. If you can see his foot compared to the fish, there. Wait. It's huge.
well the other. So that's probably a 22-inch fish. The other fish, the first
24.
one, had to be
Let's see if I
almost
have-
25 inches.
I didn't scroll
But
back
that was
up
a
here.
6 pound bass and a 10 pound bass's body. Because when if that thing was full and it would be huge.
Here's the first one. That one was better.
That's good. That's more than
It's a giant.
twice my foot. And I also scored a.
I was gonna ask, could I say something? So he can't keep a surprise for anything.
But
First of all,
but where
I get another picture sent to me. I hadn't heard from him for a couple hours. We check in every once in a while throughout the day. I was like, "What's going on? What's up?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, here you can if you wanna."
oh, so this is I scored this for free. If you look in the back of the pickup, what that is, see how it takes up the whole bed? That is a 6 foot by 4 foot by 20 inches high float
It's a floating.
for a dock. I just have to build the decking on it. I'm going to just build the cap for it. And
It's for me to be able to launch the kayak out the
Yeah.
back of the house.
because she can't.
I know you didn't show it, but my comment was, "Oh no shit! Yay!" A bunch of exclamation marks.
I'm going to float it right outside the wall, and
I can't get out. Into
this way
the
she can
kayak.
get in the kayak. I'm going to put bars on it, and it's going to be set up so when the kayak is right next to the dock, there's going to be it's going to be held in place so she can get in and out.
It'll be it's a kayak launch.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, and I've been talking about it, I've been looking at them, pricing them, and this one just
Landed in their lap.
literally. So, I'm happy.
Yesterday was a good day for fishing in the water.
It was just a
For
good
him.
day yesterday. Yeah. I'll have to build a ladder or something, some sort of steps to get to it. But it's going to be a floating dock. I'll have 2 poles to hold it in place. It'll be tied off to the wall.
Well, we already have the basis for a ladder from the system that was out there before. I said the base for it. You can modify from there. Do you need building permissions for a dock?
Well, I don't know because it's
I think because it's not a permanent
not
structure.
a permanent structure. It's just going to float there. So I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think y'all can hear it, but it's thundering right now. It's been rumbling. Plus, we've had fireworks going off around us. You've upset Haywood with that big bass. 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the first thing I did is I caught the fish. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have the scale. I laid it out real quick. I didn't even pull the hook out. I just dropped everything. I laid it there. I ran inside, literally, grabbed my phone and the scale, shot back outside, just started snapping pictures.
It was funny because when I said, "What's up?" he was like, "This is what's up." It's like, oh, fucking A.
And I let the bass go, and I immediately sent pictures to her and to Haywood. Mikey, what's up? Yeah, Jim's taking credit.
Right. That's what happens when you have a relaxing start to your day, listening to the birds sing and sipping on coffee. I didn't even have coffee. I didn't make coffee this morning leaving the house. I woke up probably an hour later than I should have, and
Oh, really?
I was dragging ass. Didn't feel good.
You still don't feel
I
good.
still don't. I don't. Not at all. But yeah, to the extent that I didn't even feel like making coffee. I was just, it was enough to get myself ready and get out the door.
Didn't hear you.
You
I mean, I
did.
got up at 5:30,
You did. I
real
was sitting
quick.
right here.
and
I had just woken up when you got up, when I heard you up. I just sat down.
Mikey, good to hear that your friend's doing better. He had open heart surgery. Guys, the link is in chat. If anybody wants to click on it, come hang out. You know what to do.
Mr. Lee says keto's the answer. I've got something going on with my shoulder.
Yeah, she's gonna pull a
Oh.
muscle or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm afraid to touch it.
I've got well, I do, and I jump out of my skin. It hurts. I got 4 days to figure it out.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I got 4 days off. Woohoo!" I said, "Good. You have 4 days to heal. You got to get better. You got to shit."
I got to get it checked out. I might go in the morning. It's a good thing about this.
Hey, Sharon.
There's an urgent care near us that is part of the. I guess it's funded by the college.
Joe, where is Haywood? What? I listened. Did I cut you off?
Big time.
I thought you had stopped. I heard you stop. That's
No,
why I
you-
threw it out there.
All right. You got what I was saying now. Did you know that this is the shoulder that I messed up my rotator cuff when I was whitewater rafting years ago?
From the Ocoee?
Yeah, this is the same shoulder.
Jim says Michael Haywood said he'd be here tonight. But is it in the shoulder that hurts, or is it?
It's.
Do you feel it in here?
I do, but back there as well. But
Oh.
yeah, it's in there too. It's the
Oh.
whole thing. It goes all the way up into my neck from my shoulder.
Sharon's going keto. Right on. Like he said. Yeah. His wife's having problems with the shoulder too.
Oh.
Haywood is the newest minnow tycoon. Build a minnow empire. His buddy's building the
Oh, that's right.
the
Yeah.
bait tank, but I think he's using a freezer. But they're going to be
Right.
able to like chill the water without freezing it.
Freeze box minnows.
Freeze box minnows, yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the last part that just went.
yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
This really says I'm doing the carnivore for 90 days, but for me, it's not sustainable. Too boring, and I draw the line at eating a stick of butter every day. That's your fat intake,
Yeah. No.
because you know, you can get some fatty pork or beef, or you know, but it's not enough to sustain you. So, because your body's just
Yeah.
burning fat.
Sharon Guy even said Mr. Lee butter.
Yeah.
Girlfriend says my breath stinks.
Toothbrush, toothpaste. You'll be all right.
Mouthwash.
Yeah, just 2 minutes.
Listerine. Sorry.
Birds. They're gonna do a block of ice. I don't know if that was me. Or was that over there?
That was over there. What was that?
I don't know.
It was like something was tossed onto the couch. That's
Oh, I
the
didn't hear that.
sound. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. He says, I've been brushing my teeth all day. Don't know. I'm telling you.
Karen says, I can't do a straight carnivore. I do need to do a little carb though. I couldn't do just carnivore.
No. Good to see
It is
you, Karen.
boring. I mean, keto's boring, but you have more options.
Yeah, you can be creative. That was a firework.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
That one was.
It
but
sounded like it was
imagine-
outside, like
So the
something
first
banged
one
on the
had
wall.
to have been. That was weird.
Mikey Sugar is the #1 killer according to Mr. Lee.
According to a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Share guy, Mr. Lee, maybe carnival with some pure rubbing alcohol.
Just kidding.
Don't do that.
that. Sharon says I try to be creative with keto. You know, it's not terrible.
Well,
because
Mr. Lee says you can be creative. You can create marvelous meals on keto. He said he misses his salads.
see, well, I don't know why you would give up salads.
Because he's carnivore.
Oh. Yes, right. I steam all my vegetables, except like I'll steam Brussels sprouts, then I'll cut them in half, and then I'll fry them in bacon fat. True story. And then crumple up the bacon in there and put some sort of like Parmesan cheese and
Yum.
it sounds like I don't know. I think I do cook some pretty good meals.
Terrible. Horrible.
Fucking terrible.
Fucking horrible. He cooks a meal and asks me, how is it? I'm like, terrible. Horrible. As I'm throwing down.
Getting your grub on. Jim says, thanks to you guys, I have not put sugar in my coffee this year. Not much carbs either.
Mr. Lee, how far do you have to go? He said he would do 90 days.
I think he's into it for about 35 or so.
He says, I don't back down for nothing.
What day are you on, Mr. Lee? Karen, I'm doing the mouthwash and gurgling. 34. That was off by a day.
Right on.
How you feeling, Mr. Lee? Have you noticed a difference between, besides being boring, between keto and this, has, you know, in the way your body's reacting? Just curious. Darth. What's up, Mikey?
Folks, hey Stevie.
Hey,
I hope your shoulder feels better.
thank you. Me too.
Yeah, Suzanne, my wife had a incident with one of our Toronto buses, and so she fell, right, babe? Right, you fell. So you fell and landed. She landed wrong on her right shoulder, so she's got the same pains that you got, Steve.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And the doctor, you know, what's weird is the doctor said they couldn't do any, right now they can't do anything with her shoulder. So she has to, be careful. I mean, when she's, I have to make sure I'm there, obviously, to help her lift really heavy stuff. She can't do it anymore. So, yeah, I'm there, at least. I can still lift heavy things, but I still have problems with my legs. So I'm still using a walker for rehab, but I'm getting better. As I'm losing weight, as I'm losing weight and cutting back on all sugar, all salt, everything like that, I'm starting to feel better. So, and she makes us very good food, so
Right on.
It
helps at least. Yeah.
Yeah, the sugar's a major factor. You know, cutting that out.
Terrible.
You do, and carbs. You will drop the weight quick.
Well, I think I told you guys before. I didn't find out that I had type 2 diabetes until I came here, until I moved to Canada. So basically, my wife saved my life because I came here and I found out from some paramedics that were doing a welfare check for some of the people in this building that we live in. And they examined me and said, "Oh my God, you have diabetes." And I said, "Well, what type of diabetes? It's type 2. I said, "Well, why is that?" They said, "Well, all of the preservative foods that you eat in the United States, anything like that, over time," and I had eaten a lot of things with preservatives, things like artificial and all this, led to what
We
I
all
had.
did. We all
had
did.
to do a major change.
Still do.
Yeah.
That's
I
what's
had
killing
to do a major
America.
lifestyle change. Yeah, I did. Both of us did. So, yeah. Yeah, but thankfully I'm okay.
Mr. Lee said,
Keto. Mr. Lee. Yeah, keto is a small part of it. I do a form of keto. There are different ways you can add that into your diet, add it into your routine, and they help. They help her a lot because she's lost a lot of weight. She's lost over 100 pounds.
but that also, in turn, that also helps your legs and your knees and,
Yes, sir.
everything. You're not carrying that. You're not putting that burden on those joints anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. I agree. Yeah, I'm turning 60 in a couple of months. Big 6-0. And the last person I knew Well, last two people that I knew uh, turned 60, my dad, and then who I have here, my prayers for my brother Larry, who I've known for like 50 years of my life. They both had heart attacks, both of them at the age of 60. Now it's like, I don't want to end up that way. I don't want to have one. That would be really devastating to my wife and my babies and my family. So, no, I don't want to end up that way. I just hope, I hope I can find the right formula. Like I said, adapting to keto, putting in the work, doing exercise, cutting back on all sugar, salt, everything completely, to get to be a more healthy person. I am working.
Yeah,
toward that.
we've cut out sugar, but I didn't cut out salt because
No.
I sweat too much when I work outside. I'm in Florida, and I
Well, you're
always
in a
sweat,
humid
so I keep my
way.
salt.
Toronto, yeah, Toronto's the same way, Moats. It's humid right now. Like it says it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. I don't believe in that Celsius. Do you ever believe in that? I don't do that. but that being said, there is humidity factor, what they call a humidex, and that's over 50 right now. So
Piggy.
when it's above 50, it's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, girl. Sorry.
Figgy, good to see you. Mr.
Yeah,
Lee says,
very
well, it's
good
good for
to
you.
Yeah, some salt, Mr. Lee. Like I said, it takes time to incorporate. Right now, I'm just going no salt, no sugar completely. So she can't handle salt. My wife, Suzanne, cannot handle it very well. So I'm trying to majorly cut back. It's a steady process. It really is. It takes a long time. Yeah. Not something you can fix overnight for sure. Hey, Figaro. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Lee. Yeah, very, very helpful, and Sharon Guy, Jim's camera Don. Yeah, you guys are all great. Yeah. So just a brief, if it's okay, Moses, just a brief thing about my brother Larry. He went through a heart ventricle open surgery a couple days ago on the 1st of July, and that's Canada Day here. Like your Independence Day, which is coming up tomorrow, which I hope both you and Stevie are going to have a good, July 4th weekend. I hope
Thank
you
you.
guys do.
Thank
I'm
you.
working.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, but
not
at least,
working.
I mean, hopefully you're going to have a good one, and
Yeah.
everything, and fireworks and stuff. Yeah, so basically, yeah, Larry had his surgery, and we've received, already two videos, from his hospital bed, and he looks to be all right. He's in ICU right now, so he's still recovering.
Sure.
But it looks like the surgery went well. However, he's already told me once that he did die on the table. He did for like a couple seconds, and then they brought him back because they had to shut down most of his functions because of this one particular heart ventricle that wasn't working, wasn't giving him any blood at all. And it was necessary. The doctor said, yeah, there's a level of risk, but it's got to be done. Otherwise, you're going to die. If you don't get that blood, flow and everything going into your heart from a certain area, wherever, you're gone. So this was necessary. He had to do it. Yeah. We did a live stream for him on the 1st. I had all my friends there. He had over 60 people offer their prayers and support and love for him
Right
on our web stream. We were on there for almost 6 hours.
I'll be 61. So prayers to you, brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So prayers for Larry up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's gonna be in the hospital for a few days. I told a friend of mine, I said he's gonna be in at least three days. My dad, when he had his first heart attack, he was in there after he got his heart stent put in. He was there for 5 days. He was there for almost a week. So yeah.
Yeah, my dad had open heart surgery. He wasn't in that long either. Yeah, it was just a couple days.
Yeah, just a few days. Yeah. Like I said, the most I'd seen was my dad was 5 days. Larry now has been there for 3 days. Well, almost 3. Tomorrow will be 3. But yeah, I said maybe 3-4 days. My friend Larry and brother is He's a tough guy, very stubborn, very obstinate, but he's a fighter, and he would not give up. He said, Mike, even when I had that issue during the surgery where they said I died for a few seconds, I said, they brought me back. And I said, well, yes, but God brought you back through the doctor's hands and got you back. So, yeah. So a miracle, but he's doing all right. He doesn't look too good though. But after you've had a surgery like that, it's hard on you. It really is truly. Like, yeah.
Shock to the system.
Yeah, absolutely. So the whole thing, you get. I don't know how would you describe it, Bones? Like when, because thankfully I have not had a surgery like that myself yet, but I know that it's like a complete, just like, being thrown into the wall or something. It's devastating. Yeah.
Well, because it takes so much for your body to, it's taking everything your body has just to heal that wound. That it's technically a wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Lee. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about your mom. Yeah, she had heart surgery and valve changes. Wow, she lasted another 20 years. Well, that's good. Yeah, my dad has been alive now. For another, after he had his first surgery, then he had another one, but after that, a little while later. But he's hopefully he's turning 81 this year, so he's been around for another 21 years. So, yeah, hopefully around for a while. Oh, thank you so much for offering my channel there, Mr. Lee. Appreciate that.
All right.
Yeah, we're a slow.
Link is in chat, guys.
Yeah. You guys have we have a very slow moving channel, but we're happy. We're doing all right. Yeah.
Gotta turn it around. It's depressing.
I'm sorry.
No. We started it.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, there's Karen Alberding. Yeah, I hadn't seen Karen in a while. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Yeah, I hadn't seen her in a while. Clogged arteries. Yeah, those are the worst.
49. Her brother at 49 had open heart surgery.
Yeah.
Triple bypass.
Oh my God, triple bypass. Yeah.
He was in great shape. Other than clogged arteries, he's doing great now. He's 67. Right on.
Right. I'm sorry to hear, Sharon. Yeah, they genetically. Yeah. Heart problems, lung problems run in our family. Well, families. Yeah. 57 years. That's hard. Hey, Roger Blair. Yeah. Howdy, Mikey. Yeah. Did you know Modes and Stevie B? Roger Blair has been one of our most prominent and awesome contributors to our channel. He's been there like ever since day one he showed up. Roger Blair is a wonderful man.
Oh yeah,
Roger.
I've seen him everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the first time I saw him, before I gave him a blue wrench, for his standard mod ship, I said, Roger, where do I know you? And he says, do you know Mogs? And I said, oh yeah, Mogion and yeah, Stevie, yes. And I had only seen him a couple times, so I was like, okay, Roger, cool, yeah. And then he just kept coming to visit.
Roger's everywhere. Roger's in Jim's camera at dawn in the morning.
Yeah.
We have coffee together. Roger's.
That's great,
everywhere.
Roger. Thank you so much for being here, man. You're totally awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate him. Yeah, he does a lot. Yeah. I do my weekly series Monday through Thursdays, and Roger's always there. He just seems to pop up and he's listening and everything. My pop culture stuff I do. Yeah, so very cool. Thank you, Roger. Yeah. Yeah, he is famous. Jim.
Yeah.
He's famous for a lot of channels.
He's known around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's must be a world traveler. Yeah.
Via YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, anything else going on in your neck of the woods there in Florida, Mose?
Nope. Just it's a busy time of year. We're getting a lot of more members at work. Members. I work for a boat club, so we have members, and we've been doing these drives for memberships, and it's working. And More members means I get more votes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we just recently, you know what I like most about YouTube is being able to meet some, wonderful creators in person. And recently, my wife and I, we met this wonderful lady named Lisa Hogan. She has a channel on YouTube where it's called Travel with Lisa MH. And she is a world traveler. She is a videographer. So she does a lot of great videos in different places. And she also recently came here to Toronto, and we got to hang out with her a couple times. And she shot some video around the city. Oops, we just lost Mokes. Oh, welcome back, Mokes.
Don't worry.
Whoops, we just lost him there for a sec. Yeah, so basically, Lisa is, she calls Toronto, Ontario, Canada, her second home. And, she's been to Niagara Falls, she's been to some places around Canada. And she's going to come see us in hopefully in September. She says she wants to spend 4 months here in this part of Eastern Canada.
Mr. Lee says, Mikey, I like your Red Dwarf chats. One of my favorite shows from England.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Lee. Yes. We're almost done, actually. Did you know there's been 14 seasons of Red Dwarf, and I'm already on season 10. And it's weird. In England, each season consists, according to IMDb, because I use them a lot, according to IMDb, their season consists of exactly anywhere from 6 to 8 episodes at the most, and even less than that sometimes. And that's because of the actors, the 4 main actors that are there that play, Lister and Crichton and Rimmer and Kat. And, they can't do this forever. Those guys are ready to stop, And as far as I know, I've only, like I said, I got 4 more seasons left and then I'm done. So, yeah.
Never heard of it.
I think I caught like the first 2 episodes when it first started, but
yeah,
I forgot about it actually.
Oh no!
I don't remember what platform I watched it on.
No, we're too busy binge watching old series like Grimm.
We're watching Grimm now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, when I started watching Red Dwarf was back in the when it first started around 1988. College buddy of mine, well, he's no longer a friend, but anyway, back then I had a college friend of mine. He actually, when we had VHS tapes, he had started recording every single episode that from the very beginning. And at one time, he went ahead before we broke up our friendship. He gave me all of his tapes, all of his VHS tapes. And he said, hey, there's a series called Red Dwarf. He says, you really should check it out. Because I love comedy, but I love sci-fi as well. And I went ahead, took all the tapes from him. They were free. I didn't have to pay for them. And I watched every single episode on those tapes.
I think I watched it late 90s, early 2000s.
It doesn't even
but I only saw
to me.
like an episode or 2. It wasn't. I didn't get into it. I don't think I had access to it. It was just I stumbled on those 2 episodes and that was it.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, Mr. Lee knows, he already knows my 3 favorite episodes from the series. One is called Backwards, and it's where the entire episode is backwards. It goes in a different direction, and it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. And there's this one part where they're in the pub, and and Lister, who is played by Charles, he says, "It's a ballroom tiny brawl." He says, and they're throwing him, backwards through a window and all this. Oh, man, it is absolutely insane. I have it downloaded. It's a fantastic episode.
Yeah,
really.
Mr. Lee says in the 80s I watched it. Fantastic TV. A lot of Canadians know Red Dwarf. I mean, it could have very well been that I caught an episode when I was up there. Yeah.
Is it a BBC creation? What makes it?
Well, it comes from BBC One.
Okay,
their Thames, their Thames channel.
I don't know.
Yeah, I used to watch it
when I was up there.
Like I didn't get into Doctor Who until late in life.
Yeah, Mogsy, you could have got it through your local TV station with public broadcasting. That's when they used to play. It was very late at night. They used to do it with Benny Hill show, Monty Python's Flying Circus. They used to do all of that really late at night. And like I said, my former friend, he used to work for one of those public broadcasting stations in Tempe, Arizona, which was Channel 8. So I went over there one or two nights and I hung out at the studio. We were watching these shows, laughing our asses off late at night. Of course, he's running it. He's running the board. He's the only guy in the building. So he's running the board and doing all this stuff. And then, of course, when they end at night, which was like 3 in the morning or whatever. And then, so I mean, that was
Jim
a lot.
says Red Dawn was on
Red
PBS.
Dwarf.
I mean, Dwarf, excuse me, was on PBS here.
It was on PBS on a lot of U.S.
I
stations.
I don't know. I've never heard of it. That's weird.
And Karen loves Monty Python. Me too. Yeah.
Money who?
Monty Python. Monty Python's Flying Circus.
You couldn't see it. Look at it, Dave.
Most I just say that. My this still makes me laugh. My mother said, "Don't watch this show," and I said, "Well, why?" Well, because they make fun of the Pope. Well, whoever was the Pope at the time, and they said they're blasphemous and all that stuff. They're in Britain. Their comedy is much different than the United States. Okay, this is not personal. This is just something, this is just kind of a form of comedy that people can't understand because they don't live there. Now, if you lived in Britain, you would probably get it. But if you don't, it's, that's what Lisa told us. It's like she loved Monty Python. And she said, but I don't think Americans could enjoy the humor that we Brits could or Canadians could, And I was like, yeah, well,
No,
I
I
understood it. Yeah.
Monty Python's funny as hell.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I mean, we own the Holy Grail. We have Life of Brian. we have the movies. It's it's hilarious. Yeah.
Rich, we had before.
Meaning of life.
Yeah, Meaning of Life. Yep, we have that too. Yep. 3 of them. Yeah. Great movies. Oh, thank you, Richie.
5 days till I hit 25 years old again. 26 years in a row.
Oh.
Look like shit for 25, Richie.
No, I'm ready to accept my 60-year-old self in a couple months in September. Yeah.
It's just a number.
I'm ready. Yeah.
What the hell am I gonna
It's Karen, the Flying Circus theme. Dun, 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 dun. I won't say too much, but yeah, never forget that theme song. Yeah, the animation, oh my god. Great animation even back then. It was just hilarious. Yeah.
Tom
Yeah,
Barker. Back there
yeah.
too.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I
Miss
didn't,
Hurley, I agree.
I didn't see
He
all
was
the
my
old.
doctor. Yeah, he was my Doctor Who. 4th Doctor. Yeah, he was my doctor.
What year was that?
I want to say 1976 to 82. But you can confirm it for me, Miss
I didn't
Hurley.
watch
Let me
it
know
back then.
exactly if I'm right or wrong. That's my favorite Doctor Who.
Richie says Downton Abbey was one of my favorite shows on BBC and Top Gear. Downton Abbey, I watched that whole thing.
Yeah,
like
I
Downton
watched Top Gear. Yeah, I watched the Top Gear motor show thing. Yeah, I did when it was on cable.
Stop
I
doing it.
never
I've
watched
seen it.
Downton Abbey though. Hard to say that. Yeah,
I liked it.
yeah. No, I heard good things about it. I just never got to see it. I was too busy. I was working and everything. Yeah, that was Downton is how they spelled it. Downton and then Abbey. Yeah, I heard of it. I caught 1 or 2 episodes, I think. Not bad. It was a good show. Yeah. Tomorrow Baker is the best doctor.
I'm guessing Bell
Okay.
check or whatever kicked in, autocorrect kicked in there. You meant to say Tom.
I
Yeah.
watched a little bit of Top Gear. It wasn't.
I don't know what that is. I don't think.
It's a driving show.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Usually, like, 4 guys against each other in different types of cars or
That's why.
situations. It's
Pretty sure
For pink,
that's why.
for pink slips, right? Slips? Was for pink slips?
well, no, it was always the same 4 guys. They were always doing something different with different types of cars and
Yeah.
different challenges and just weird shit.
Mr. Lee says geriatrics in here.
Oh, Mr. Lee just made me
You're
laugh.
right, Mr. Lee.
Now, if you,
Yeah,
if
5
you talk
years.
to my parents, yeah, he said a bunch of geriatrics. If you talk to my parents would say, "Oh no, you're still young. You're still young kids. You're young adults." I mean, we're in our 60s, Mom. Come on. I'm 60. She's 59. She just had a
No,
birthday.
It's just
My mother's
younger.
gonna be celebrating. Yeah, my mother's gonna be celebrating.
boys?
Hey, Joe. Yeah,
What's
my
the
mother's
plan,
gonna be
Joe?
celebrating her 79th birthday this month in about.
Who's having a 79th birthday?
What's that?
He said, "Who's having a 79th birthday?"
Oh,
Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay, I was asking you. What's up, fellas? What are we
How's
doing?
it going?
That was the craziest intro ever, bro.
And what?
Well, just
We're-
trying to celebrate life there, Joe.
Yeah? You smoking weed?
Oh no! I don't touch that stuff. Mm-mm.
I know I am.
No.
Nobody's perfect.
Well, hey, I don't judge you.
Perfect.
You go right ahead, do it. I'm not into the Mary Jane stuff. No.
I'm drinking too.
What's that?
I'm drinking too.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Nah, I'm hitting the banquets.
Ah,
Might get an 8-ball. I don't know. Got a big weekend coming.
It's the 4th weekend.
Mike, you ever do an 8-ball of coke by yourself?
I've never done drugs in my entire life.
Have you thought about it?
Nope.
Why?
Personal choice.
Are you a man of God?
Yes. I
enough.
think I am. Yes.
Fair enough.
Really?
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I like to believe. I believe in Jesus Christ too. I just look at it as like, I don't know. God gave us this wondrous variety, so I figured I'd try it all. You know, all the weird chemicals and shit he put on this earth. I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna put them in my body.
Most of the chemicals are man-made, so yeah.
That's true. But like, all right, what about opium?
Well, that's
Now, that was man-made too. That came from.
Well,
China.
no, it's natural, but
Comes
it's
out of coffee.
yeah, but it's it's what's the word?
It's fucking awesome.
Poppy flowers.
Well, I think I've done it like once or twice.
But what about
I was just
mushrooms?
making friends. He said, fucking trolling. He just
I
had
had
to
no problem with mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm sad to say. Sad
I
to
don't know.
say
I don't know
that,
who else is
Joe,
on there.
who you there with, Joe?
I got my wife and my brothers behind me.
No, I just heard another voice. That's
Where
why I
are
was
you guys
asking.
from?
Yeah, I got my wife and my brothers here. Man, say hello.
Hi, brothers and wife. How you doing?
The Northeast,
How you
probably.
doing?
New York,
We live in Boston.
Yeah.
Boston. That was close.
Ooh, Red Sox. Hey,
Yeah.
any
You
friend,
want Red
any
Sox?
enemy of the Yankees is a friend of mine, Joe.
Yeah, I was trying to jump on people with YouTube channels that talk about the Yankees, and I was trying to jump on their panels and fuck it up.
Oh,
'Cause I don't
my
like New York.
adopted team, the Blue Jays, are playing them right now at home.
Yeah, I'm a Yankee
Where-
fan. So
You're a Yankee fan? That's
I
shit.
am from
That's
from
shit.
birth.
Yeah, can't be a
Basically.
Yankee fan. No.
But it's bizarre because she's from Baltimore.
Well,
Yeah, come on. You should
Yeah,
be
yeah,
I
an
saw
Orioles
the
fan,
Yankees for the first
CBD.
time when I was 3 years old at a Baltimore at an Orioles game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Camden Yards is a beautiful ballpark. I've been there. That's a nice one.
Yeah, it is. I used to hang out there when I was a kid with my
They
dad.
built the hotel right into like the outfield. It's fucking crazy. It's weird.
Yeah.
Is that the one
Yeah.
with the pool?
I like the
Yeah,
I like
there is
the
one
since I've been
with,
here Yeah, since
Yeah,
I've
I
been
know
here
what
with
you're
my
talking
wife, I've seen the Rogers Center. I've seen both the hockey venue that the Maple Leafs play at, and I've seen where the Blue Jays play at with their Rogers Center arena or dome, and it's just fantastic. I mean, great locations.
Hell yeah! I've never been in a dome stadium. I always wanted to. They look
Well,
cool.
when I was living when I was living in Arizona, I'd gone to the Diamondbacks games, and that
Yeah.
Chase Field and domed. When it was hot during the summer, and
Sun
Casey
Devil
outside
Stadium.
like over 110 degrees. Yeah.
Well, yeah. How's that work? Like, they close the dome when it's wicked hot, and like it's not bad in there.
No, it's great. The AC was always working.
So cool.
I was there.
That's so cool. I hate living in the future. It's weird.
As a
Yeah, I
Yankee
took
fan,
pictures
I've always
of
wanted to go to Fenway.
Fenway's nice.
I
It's
just
small.
wanted to see the ballpark,
The big green wall.
It's small,
Yeah.
but the tickets are outrageous.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
It's crazy. There was a guy who I knew that used to play baseball over in ASU. His name was Dustin Pedroia. You remember that guy?
Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know Dustin Pedroia. Was he a shortstop?
Yes.
Yeah, he was great. We loved him. He was in the World
Yeah,
Series.
he was fantastic at ASU. Great ball player. Wonderful.
Hey, Joe, there's a question for you. Do you believe in Sasquatch?
Dublin Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. You know why? Because there's all kinds of weird shit out there that we don't know about. There's all kinds of weird shit in the ocean we've never even seen before. So like,
Sure.
why? It's not that far fetched.
Yeah,
No,
Joe,
it's
do you
not.
know that there's less than 5% of the ocean we've ever discovered. We're all worried about the outer space and all sorts of crap, but we have never, like, less than 5% of the world's water. We have
Shit, I'm worried
idea
about
what's in
both. I'm worried about both. I don't like outer space either. I don't know what the fuck's out there. I don't want that shit coming here.
I don't think it matters what's out there. I think what matters is here. We have
Yeah, well, I'm watching Star Trek. I don't want the weird ass people coming up trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And we can't fight them because they got way crazier shit they can do with technology that we can't. That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't worry about UFOs. Like, I would worry more about, like, say, a Bigfoot, because
Jim.
that's on our planet.
This
You know, I'm
is-
not worried about what might be out there. I want to know what's here now.
Right?
I want to
I
kidnap
wanna
a
know
Bigfoot,
what's
hang out
going
with it.
on. Yeah.
Like, I would like to capture one and befriend it. You know, try to teach it shit. Like, they can teach gorillas sign language and all kinds of cool shit. Play PlayStation. Why can't I teach a Bigfoot? Same thing.
Kind of feel like they'd teach us something.
Yeah, more than likely they'd be teaching us something.
Hey, Moses and Stevie B, we have Tom Cruise in the chat. He says,
Tom's
I'm a
always-
reptilian.
Tom's always hanging out.
He says he's a reptilian. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Wow.
Some weird Jewish reptilian conspiracy, some crazy shit. I don't get it.
Scientology.
Yeah.
Scientology.
Terrible. Fucking people. I read Dianetics just because I want to know what the hell they were talking about, and it was a weird ass book. I didn't like it. I read it in jail.
What,
The last
what's it
place
like?
they handed out Dianetics.
I was going to ask Tom, what's it like to fly an unidentified flying object? Oh, excuse me, an unidentified aerial phenomenon, they call it now, UAPs. Yeah. What's that like? You got to let us know.
All right, I'm jumping off. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Joe, thanks for
All right,
stopping in.
Joe. Good to see you.
Thought you could come in here and fuck with us.
I know.
Just bring him into the fold, and it's all good.
Mr. Lee says,
Right.
shut up, Tom.
That's cool.
I was just wondering because I heard multiple voices.
Yeah, no, I heard other people talking too,
Yeah, no,
but I knew he was from the Northeast.
Oh yeah, I
That
mean, as
was-
soon as they spoke, you could tell. It's funny
Obviously.
because it brings the accent of me out.
Yeah. So, okay, so Stevie B, you were originally from Baltimore, Maryland, right?
No, I'm from DC originally.
Well,
Born and
okay.
raised. Pretty much.
DC.
Yeah, I threw out Baltimore. I shouldn't have, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, close enough.
And Moses,
Sharon
were you
says I
born
saw a
in-
massive drone fly very high over my house on Tuesday at 15:45, flying west. It was black and looked like a giant bug.
Huh.
Wow.
Or
Yeah, I wonder
east.
why they would have a drone flying over there at that time of day. That's
Flying
interesting.
west.
I don't know.
She changed it to
Oh.
east.
I didn't
East.
see that. Sorry.
I did.
I didn't. Jeff Harding. Good to see you.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, that can be quite confusing if you have over 300 million people flying little sparks in the sky. Yeah. I
You're an
love
alien. If you're an alien, you're like, see, their weapons can't hit us.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they're just right there. Go, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, can't do anything. Where'd you say you were from originally, Mogs?
Jersey.
Jersey? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's my wife's favorite hockey team is the New Jersey Devils. She loves
Devils,
those
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
My favorite cryptid.
Oh yeah, the New Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like reports of him like big wings and Jersey
Well,
Devil.
it's the only cryptid I know of that has a genesis story. It has the beginning. It has, where it came from, when it came from. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the first creatures, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can believe that. Mm-hmm. Which is why they're so, they're so rare because I've never seen one myself yet.
Well, there's only one.
Yeah.
The Jersey Devil. It was the
Oh.
13th child of this woman called Mother Leeds. She lived in the Pine Barrens, and when she was pregnant or giving birth to her 13th child, she cursed it and said the devil can have this one. And when it came out, it transformed into this creature and flew out, or supposedly flew up the chimney. Flew away.
Oh yeah, that was the legend. Oh, okay, yes.
Hooves, bat wings, goat legs, like in the head of a horse type, horns, just a variety of different creatures.
Demonic creature.
Yeah, melded into one.
And so currently this creature is still living and it's in the Pine Barrens. It's in that area. So right.
It is cursed, so probably.
Yeah. Never want to go in there, I guess, by yourself.
I've been through the Pine Barrens.
Yeah.
I've canoed through them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of cranberry bogs.
Hi, Stevie. Welcome to see you back there on camera. You doing okay, hon?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just a little sore, hurting a little bit, but I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I remember the first time I went to the Mogollon Rim with my brother Larry and my brother Philip and my brother James, the four of us, and we went up to Woods Canyon Lake and we hung out. We were fishing and stuff. I think there was only one time that during that first visit up in that area, the four of us, I think that was one time that somebody said, well, there was reports that they had a monster or some kind of beast that hung out at the lake, and some people had seen it. Yeah, and some people had seen it, and I was like, oh, okay. Now, back then, I wasn't really into the cryptid thing. I knew that Bigfoot existed, because I had seen reports. I was a diehard watcher of Chariots of the Gods and all this other stuff. So I knew that there was a Bigfoot, a Sasquatch. But I never really anticipated there was one in our area. And, I've driven through that rim at least 3 times and on the rim road and everything. Never saw a cryptid at night, that ran across it or during the day or anything. But I know they exist. I know they're there. So.
Yeah, no, there's shit up there.
Something's up there.
Stevie's experienced some shit up there.
Yeah.
Stevie was up there, yeah. You know what was the most devastating was the rodeo fire. That was the most devastating one, was up there. Because it burned down Zane Gray's cabin, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped out the whole area. Yeah.
I know where one of his guides is buried, Zane Grey.
Yeah.
He had guides. I know where one of them's buried.
Excuse me.
You know where he's buried?
His guide, yeah. We stumbled across his grave one day.
Oh my gosh!
Well, on our way to
the
Indian ruins.
Wow. Yeah, it's not even hidden. Wow. I thought it was an unmarked grave. It's weird. Yeah. For his guide. If I remember my history. Yeah.
No, the
Yeah,
guy
that's-
was there were two graves. There was a woman and a man. He was the guide. I don't know who she was.
Yeah, I don't know who Zane Grey's lady that's buried there is. No, I don't know either. I knew about the guide, I just never knew about the other one. So yeah. That's a nice, most people think that if you go up to Flagstaff, this is just kind of a promotion. Most people think that if you go up to Flagstaff, Snowball, all of that, Grand Canyon, of course, yeah, it's your big state monument, landmark and everything. One of the 8 in the world. But most people tend to forget Payson, Coles Ranch, Sholo, all of that area, Mogollon Rim. Hey, it was where that guy Travis Walton saw a UFO and got lost for 4 days.
Snowflake up that way.
There was a snowflake that night.
I drove. When I was coming back from Canada and I drove across the country and I was taking Suzanne with me, and we drove through that area. We were pretty close to where Walton said he got taken. Didn't look different to us. It just looked regular forest land, everything. If you were looking for like a huge indentation from a unidentified flying object, you wouldn't find
Oh,
it.
you're not gonna find anything like
No.
that up there.
No, it's beautiful up there.
It is beautiful. Oh yeah, Sedona. Yeah, we've been there, Karen. Yeah, I took her to Sedona too. Took her to the church that's there on the top of the rock.
Yeah,
They call it the Chapel of the Holy Cross. It's way up there on the top. Yeah, and we did go through one of those portals for like 10 seconds.
They're
Yeah.
vortexes. Yeah.
Vortexes, right?
Mr. Lee says, "Fire in the Sky, fantastic movie." I believe Travis. I believe him too.
I believe him too. I do. Every single.
Karen, have you been to Sedona? Karen?
Yeah. Yeah, Karen said she went. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great movie, Mr. Lee. And I do believe him. And the thing is that all of his friends, they all took those
Polygraph test and passed.
polygraph tests. They all passed.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Oak Creek
And Travis
Canyon.
did it like more than once, and he passed every single time. So yeah, he went through some experience that you can't explain, and gone for 4 days, and then he ends up out. What was it outside Heber? I think it was.
Jim says,
Yeah,
I
naked
met,
in a telephone booth.
Jim says, I met Travis. Very believable.
Thanks, Jim.
Karen,
Yeah,
Karen, Zane Grey, his book, I think it's his book, Call the Canyon, is about Oak Creek Canyon. That's what inspired it.
you're right.
He says, yes, we have a timeshare there. Sedona.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
And,
Los
uh,
Abrigados.
Hmm.
What else is there? It's probably a diamond-owned facility.
Right?
Why am I?
I'm not
Huh?
there.
My screen just buffered.
My girl's running around in electronics. I don't want her to get electrocuted. You be careful down there. My cats.
Secret
Yeah, I
Mountain.
didn't know that actually. Huh. Secret Mountain, Arizona. Yeah, but where is that mountain?
It's
'Cause you're saying
it's
it's secret.
well. How do I explain it? It's in the Sedona outback, basically. If you looked up Kasner Mountain,
Yeah.
it's like on the other side of Kasner Mountain. You'd have to. There's secret mountain. There's secret wilderness back there.
She just wanted to say hello. This is, of course, Moon Pie, our oldest, 8 years old. She wanted to say hello.
Karen says we met Travis at Phenomicon a couple of years ago, and you could see it in his eyes.
Yeah, I do believe him. I 100% believe him.
Mr. Lee, I don't believe that one.
Giant spiders the size of a car spotted in Sedona.
I'll tell you what.
You gotta
though.
let me know when I.
No, here's a story.
Okay, Go ahead.
I heard a story from someone I worked with who was when we were working in Sedona. He was from the reservation up in Flagstaff, and he told me a story how when they were doing some construction on the res, they were using heavy equipment and they were digging up something, and they dug up a spider the size of a Volkswagen.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, they dug up two. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, that's fucked up or whatever I said. But then I had the opportunity to ask somebody about it who was working on he came to my dad's house to do some work, and he was from the res. And I brought up that story. He said, yeah, it's true.
Wow. Giant spiders. I have yet to see
They
one
had
myself.
dug up two giant spiders. They killed them, but they had,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he says secret mountain
What
UFO
was the name of the
sightings
time?
as reported on News
Los
Nation.
Abregados.
I think that's what she said. However you say it. She said, I'm so mad we got tucked into it.
Los antibodies is what they're calling it. It must be some kind of Spanish word. I'll have to look that up. I could probably pronounce it.
Los antibodies. Los Abregados. No, my dad had a timeshare there too.
Los Abregados. Oh, okay.
Los Abregados. There used to be a great restaurant inside.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the place.
Did I tell you
Keeps
about?
changing hands.
Yeah. Did I already tell you guys about our vortice story driving into Sedona? Did I tell you guys about it?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, Suzanne and I took her to Sedona. We drove up I-17, got off there at the Sedona exit, where you drive into State Route 87, it is. Or is it? No, I'm sorry. 179. Anyway.
You go through a
Go into
VOC.
179, right. So you go into 179 going into town. I showed her first, though. I showed her a place that my parents and I and our family stayed at called Beaver Creek, which is now, it's, private land, and it's, so some people can still camp there, but it's private. And they used to have, outside of Beaver Creek, they had a campground for Boy Scouts. And before that, they had a small monastery, I think it was, some kind of religious place for some monks and some kind of thing like that. Anyway, so I'm taking her down to 179. We're just outside of town, probably no more than about like 5 minutes outside of town. And all of a sudden she says to me, Michael, she says, or Mikey, I see Indians on horseback. 30 seconds it lasted, probably less than 30 seconds. She says, I see two Indians on horseback. Dirt road, no asphalt, no habitation anywhere except for these Indians. And she said one of them, and she's in the passenger side, I'm driving, so I have no idea what's going on. And she says one of them just looked at me, and then they disappeared without a trace. Never saw them again. So we actually went through one of those vortices. Yeah. For about 30 seconds.
A little weird.
Weird. Just weird. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the vortexes and stuff and what they are. They're supposed to be like, I think it has to do with the ley lines and the ones that cross over each other or near each other. But there are a few supposed vortexes in Sedona.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of haunted places in Arizona we went to. One of them was Jerome.
Jerome. Yeah.
We stayed, we went to visit the Jerome Grand Hotel.
Yep.
And that was the place where Claude Harvey used to be what they call the elevator man, the Otis elevator. It's one of the oldest in the nation. He ran it. And that's where that evil guy over in Las Vegas, Zach Baggins, took a cameraman downstairs to the basement, and that elevator hadn't run for like years. But Zach Baggin was pissing off Claude, and Claude made the elevator come down. It almost took both their heads off, almost killed them. That's how Claude died. I took two pictures of him, which I still have in my pictures on Facebook, in my photos. And one of them, he's right inside the elevator, which is still there up on the main floor.
What did you call him? The evil guy? Zach
Well,
Baggins.
Zach Baggins, he's bad. He's bad. He mocks spirits.
No,
and
I just like the guy. Yeah.
well, I don't know if it's true about making a pact with the devil. That's the other thing.
He's just got an attitude. It's like, I just don't like his
His
attitude,
ego.
his ego. I don't like much about him. So,
Yeah,
you know.
he's arrogant. He's arrogant, but he almost got taken out. I mean, that's just what there's. It's on YouTube. You can find it if you can look really closely for it. You can find it. I mean, they were this close. His cameraman's down there, and he's filming where they still have the body outline of how Claude died, and he's down there filming. So Zach jumps into the hole, the gap there between where the elevator is up here and down here, and then it starts to move. He says, "It's moving, man! Quick, get out, get out!" Came all the way down to the bottom. He barely got out with his life. So, yeah, still there. I'll never forget seeing that. That was insane. I was just like, wow, yeah.
one of the last people I actually met before I moved out here, she had just started doing
Yeah.
ghost tours in Jerome.
Yeah, well, there's a quick little story I want to tell you about Jerome too. One more time here about the Grand Hotel. We're there. We're taking pictures right outside. Now I only managed to take 3 pictures outside of the hotel. Couldn't understand why. Then I checked my batteries. We had 16 battery packs. Okay, this is for a digital camera. 16 battery packs, and all 16 were drained of energy. Nothing, like nothing. And
Not
all of a
uncommon.
sudden, none of them were working. And all of a sudden, on the cell phone, I get a call from my mom. My mom, when did she ever call like out of the blue? Because my mom and I are like this. So she called us and she said, Michael, now when she says my name fully, I know I'm in trouble. Okay. And she says, Michael, did you not tell Suzanne about the Native American spirits that are surrounding the hotel? All those people that died, it's over 1,000 or so. I said, oh my God. And that was it. That was the explanation right there. They drained all of our batteries. They'll do that. Yeah, if you get too close to it, to their sacred ground, yeah, anything electronic will not work. Nothing. I mean, I've heard stories of people like go up there, their cell phone service, they'll say, oh my God, my whole cell phone, not the fact that they can't communicate, but the fact that their cell phone dies, completely dies. When it's full of power, when it's full of energy, just out of nowhere, just go poof, that's it.
Yeah, I've never had any problems up in Jerome with electronics.
Yeah. But just at the Grand Hotel, as I said, well, you know what? It used to be, this is the crazy ass thing about the hotel. Because I told you guys I worked in travel industry, so I know this. But the hotel itself used to be called the Verde Valley Hospital. And there was a small asylum which was attached to it at one time. So it was a mental hospital before.
Well, they have a restaurant right next to it called the Asylum.
Yep, on the second floor. Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And we were in that hallway. There's these huge, big mirrors. They're portals to the other side. But Suzanne is one that can see them, and I'm the one that can feel them. That's how it is. So she saw like 5 of these things pass between the 2 big mirrors in the hallway. Because we asked the people at the asylum, hey, can we, kind of relax and whatever. I said, oh, sure, no problem. Do you guys feel like eating anything? No, we're okay. We're all right. So they let us hang out for a little bit. And she saw them, like 5 of them, just go back and forth. Now, before I sat down, she said, oh, one of them's sitting here. And I tried to sit down. I felt the most cold. The AC was not on because it wasn't a hot day. So the AC was not on. Nothing was on. Okay, that would be pretending to the cold. And I felt the most Arctic chill, like went up my spine. Didn't know what was going on. And she said, okay, it's okay now. So I sat down, normal temps. I was like, wow, yeah. It's just, that was my encounters with ghosts. I've had that before. Yeah. And I'm attuned to it. You know what? That's great. Because if I'm attuned to spirits, I can tell you they're there. Because I can feel them. My wife, she can see them. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't. I've had experiences, but they've been so sporadic, throughout the years. But they were significant,
yes.
that I know that there's something after we die. There is a life after death, if you will.
Sure. There are those moments. Hey, Long Island Bigfoot, good to see you. Happy 4th. Yeah, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, there have been moments I know in life. A few I don't need to really mention, but I know one particular moment was when my dad's mom died, one of my grandparents. And I know the moment she died, she was at home. We didn't leave her in a hospital. No. She came home to die. So we were still living in North Phoenix at the time. And my grandmother, Mary, was in bed. She was ready to go. We knew this. And thankfully, I got to talk to her. But, that moment when they go, right, Moats, and their spirit lifts and they're gone, and you just know. I knew. Yeah. Thankfully, I wasn't in the room when it happened, but yeah. But then you feel it outside because we all waited, and yeah, we knew. And the same thing happened with my wife's. We had a cat named Lucky. Same thing happens with pets too. And the night I had to go to work, and I went and petted Lucky for the last time, and I didn't know it yet, but I knew that something was going on. I knew that he wasn't going to make the night. That much I knew, and you can feel those things. Most people can feel that. And I went to work. When I came back, she was bawling her eyes out. Said he died. We had him cremated. He's buried somewhere here in the park. We have a park that we live close to, and he's buried there. Next to
My dog died. I didn't know. I mean, like Stevie told me. I was sleeping. I didn't.
Because Maya got me up. Maya knew.
Yeah.
And she
You
came
knew?
around and got me, nudged me until I got up, and I knew.
Yeah.
That was horrible. I didn't want to wake you up and tell you.
Yeah, it's when they have that, right, Stevie? It's when they have that last moment, and you just know, like they rub
No,
up against.
I
the
didn't know.
leg.
I was woken.
Yeah.
I was woken by his other dog.
Yeah.
Maya woke me up, nudging me. I got up and she took me right to her.
Wow.
I was there when my dad passed. If I had the chance to do it again, would I? I don't know. I was thankful that I was there, but that was my last sight of him. My last vision of him was, him dying. I probably could have done without that. Huh?
I said, can we change subject? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, that was the only grandparent, uncle, or aunt that I ever got to see die. In front of me. Just gone. That was the only one. There were a lot of others that passed, but I never got to see them pass. I said pets included.
Mr. Lee has a pet cemetery not too far from him. Well, we're all going to go someday. And that
Hey.
someday.
Someday they're gonna take us.
So we don't know.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay, let me ask Stevie. Stevie, if you had your choice, would you want to be? I'll give you three choices. Would you want to be A, to pass away in your own bed in your own home? B, in a
I
hospital
want to change
bed?
the subject, actually.
Yeah, she's not comfortable with the subject.
I
I'm
just
sorry,
lost
I'm
my
sorry.
dad well, 2
A
months
month
ago.
ago, 2 months ago.
It's been
Yeah.
2 months now. I just
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I brought it up, guys. I'm sorry.
We'll leave it with Mr. Lee, where he says death is not the end. That's all we can say.
Thank you. Yes, you're right, Mr.
LIB says better make Saturday a hell of a day.
I didn't say Sunday. I said someday.
I swear it sounded like you said Sunday.
Yeah, just as long as you don't make a mistake. Just as long as you don't make a mistake and blow up half of a fireworks factory. Did you guys see that over in California?
I
Yeah,
heard about it. I didn't see it.
they did a bang up job there.
Oh, it did a better job, all right.
A little over half an hour left.
left.
Anybody wants to pop on?
Yeah, please come on by. Yeah, come on up, guys.
So how about that rod and reel? Yeah.
Rod and reel.
I was trying earlier. I was out there in the rain. I kept seeing stuff. Couldn't land anything.
LIB yesterday I caught 2 bass. One was 6 pounds, 1.2 ounces. The other one was 3.78 pounds.
And both of them were 22 to 24 inches long.
25. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
25.
huge.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I'm a terrible fisherman. My
I
dad will
thought,
tell you.
I thought the 6 pounder was going to be my personal best, but it was shy of I don't know, 4 ounces thereabouts.
Figgy says, has anyone seen the fireball, the second one falling from the sky? I didn't know there was a second one.
No, Figgy.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Bass hole. He says, I can't catch a draft.
Don't feel bad, Long Island. I'm a terrible fisherman, as I said. I think I caught one fish in my entire life, and that was a trout, and that was it. Yeah.
And you gave up after that?
I pretty much gave up. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Figgy, where was it? Where was it seen? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Yeah, where was that? I don't remember seeing that myself up here. No, it wouldn't surprise me. I see lights around here all the time that don't look like they're a helicopter or a plane or anything. So
Karen, I know what you mean. Well,
North Carolina.
Maya does not like the fireworks. And they have them right outside my door, literally.
I mean, they're literally outside the back
So
door.
I spend most of my time inside with the dog,
yeah.
reassuring her.
Yeah, it does the fireworks affect dogs worse than cats, right?
Well, yeah, more dogs go missing on the 4th of July than any other day of the year.
Yep, they take off.
Because like I said, back on a couple days ago on July 1st is our Canadian Independence Day, and we had fireworks going off, and these two girls over here were just chilling out. They were just, sleeping and on the bed, with Suzanne, and they weren't affected.
Some dogs it doesn't bother. Others,
They're terrifying.
it scares the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Thunder too. She doesn't like thunder.
Oh, no. And when you have lightning go off, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Chance, good to see you.
What's up, Chance?
Happy 4th.
Yeah, good to see you. And the Nostalgic Podcast. Hello, Nostalgic. Good to see you.
Yeah, I just want to get through this weekend.
I'm not in any hurry to get through the weekend.
Monday, I do my first training session, meaning as a trainer for on the water training for our boat club. All our members have to be certified, so
Right.
I'm gonna start doing the training.
So you're going to train them for water safety, all of that, right?
Yep.
The water.
Hey, Fritz.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, Chief Fritz.
Fireworks they have now sound like cannons going off. They sure
Boy,
do.
they're very loud. Yes.
But when
I
there's a
agree with
bard,
that.
when there's a bard sitting
100 yards.
not even 100, yeah, but 100 yards from your door, and that's what's sending up the fireworks, it gets loud.
It is loud,
It shakes the house.
but it's so cool.
It
I mean,
is cool.
it's almost like having your own personal firework display.
It is.
You know, everyone to the right bank of us, another 100 yards away, there's people gobbed up to the wall.
Yeah.
Big crowd of people, and we,
We're
you know,
just sitting in our little chairs with our
Yeah.
feet up.
feet up on the wall, and you know, we can hear the music just clear as day.
Geez, Back to the Future turned 40 today.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
40th anniversary.
It came out in what, 85? Yeah.
85.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know who we lost today? We lost Michael Madsen, the guy from Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill Parts 1 and 2. Tarantino's guy. Yeah. He died at 67. Oh. Wow. Rest in peace, Michael. Yeah. Tough. I remember some of the movies I've seen were really good movies.
It was cool because I remember going to see Back to the Future. We went to the movie theater.
Mhm.
And in that movie, you know how he gets a truck. He gets a Toyota in the movie, but he gets this brand new truck.
Oh
And
yeah.
Pip is
Yeah,
there,
it's rough.
Pip is there polishing it.
Yeah.
Just putting the second coat on now.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, I had a brand new 85 Ford Ranger, and it was decked out with the lights and everything.
Nice.
And it was weird getting out of that movie, hopping in that truck and driving by. It was like, oh, this feels like I'm in the movie, you know. Like, it was just
Yeah.
cool.
Do you guys remember you remember in Back to the Future 3 where he's on the road there and he's, hey Mac, how's it going?
Going good.
How you
How's it
doing?
going, David?
Yeah.
All right.
So you guys
Okay.
remember in the scene where I just want to mention, so in the third one, he's in that scene where he's in the truck, he's with his girlfriend, and he's facing off against Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers in the other truck. I remember that. I was like, wow. I'm going up against Flea. Yeah. That guy's psychotic. He's still breathing.
Hang on a second, David. You have something running that's there's a lot of background noise.
Hang on. Cut the air conditioner off, please. It's
Yeah.
making background noise bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what was Flea played Needles, didn't he?
Okay.
Wasn't that the character's
I'm
name,
with you.
Needles. Needles. Yeah. His name was Needles. Yeah.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Is that
Yeah.
better?
Yeah.
Well, I had the AC running. Man, our AC unit went out the other day, and our grandson had to bring us a window unit put in, and it took them till Monday afternoon. Finally, broke down Friday evening, and then we was out of an air conditioner all weekend, and they finally got out here and worked on it Monday afternoon and got it fixed. It was heck.
Yeah, it's been too hot, man.
Yeah. How's everything going with everybody?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Fine. Yeah.
I
Get
haven't
ready
been on
to
here in a
celebrate
while.
July 4th tomorrow. Yeah.
Well.
Stevie the Fireball is on Boston 25 News YouTube channel.
I said, cool, Figgy. I'm gonna check it out.
All right.
Thank you.
So, NAC, what are you doing for July 4th weekend?
Oh, nothing. We ain't doing a thing this weekend. We're gonna stay here with the grandkids. We just got through eating a spaghetti supper and all this mess.
Yeah.
No, we'll probably go down to the river and watch the fireworks across the river because you can watch them at an angle. I don't feel like paying high dollar to get everybody in and fight a crowd just to go down there and watch them set off fireworks on the barge whenever you can see and hear everything across the river at a different place.
Well, we
Yeah.
basically, like I said, we live on, Suzanne and I and our cats live on the 13th floor of our building, and we have our window here so we can see out, and where they're doing all the fireworks from a couple of parks which are close by, facing north, and we can see them. And you know what's weird is tomorrow on July 4th, even though that is the U.S. holiday, there are transplants from the United States that still shoot off fireworks out here, even on July 4th. So we still see them. And some of them you can actually watch. If you go over to another side of the building here and you look out over Lake Ontario, you can see all the fireworks coming from the American side of Lake Ontario. Yeah, going
That's
off.
pretty cool. Yeah, we had the Keller Fest last weekend, and everybody was crowded in downtown, but you could hear the music from our house downtown, and that was pretty cool.
That's loud.
Yeah.
You can hear it that far, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they had a bunch of people down in the park. They had concerts down there and everything. This September, I'm hoping we get down to the park for the Okakapasa. The Creek Indians are coming, and they're going to have their powwow and be selling all their goods and stuff, all their wares and stuff like that down at
I always love a good powwow.
Do what?
I love a good powwow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
If you go to my channel and go to some of the shorts on there, we actually caught the Creek Indians last year. They were fixing to head out on the Trail of Tears and finish it up, but they stopped in at Rick's Market for dinner. And so Rick and Kevin, they fed them, and they put us on a powwow out there, and it was so cool. I've got the rattlesnake dance and another one on there, what they done for us.
Yeah. You know what they used to do there, buddy, down in Old Town Scottsdale, and I missed this because I only got to see one or two of these events. But they had, Navajo American, Native Americans down there. What they did is in the middle of Old Town, they put a makeshift hogan, because I know it because my cousins talked about it, and I went down to see it once or twice. Makeshift hogan, and they would go and they would play their music, and I would just, be there and listen to their chants and music and all that stuff. Great times. Yeah. And they can predict rain. They can. Better than any meteorologist. Yep. They know it's going to rain, That's it. They know. So, yeah, my uncle was very very proficient at that. He knew better than pretty much anybody in Arizona when it was going to rain and where. And good memories.
Yeah, it's something. My grandpa was the same way. I mean, he could tell you, and I've always heard the older people, they look up in the sky and they say, you see those air tails, and there was little streaks of clouds going across the sky, and they called them air tails. They said, won't be long till it start raining. Okay, well, within the next few hours, it'd start raining.
Just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
A lot of people can look at those clouds and tell you if it's going to rain or pass us over or whatever, I mean, they could be just as dark as everything, and you think we're fixing to get a flood. Oh, it's going to pass us on over. Another thing is some of the older people told me when the leaves on the tree turn upside down and you can see them better, it's fixing to rain.
Yeah.
I remember that.
When the cows all head to the center of the pasture and huddle up together, it's fixing to rain, and they do the same thing in the snow. It's fixing to come a bad snow.
I just said that about the leaves turning over probably a week ago, talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird. That's been my kid stories a long time back. I mean, I've heard all those stories.
I miss seeing that.
The difference
where it hit.
Yeah, and the different caterpillar you see, the colder winter it's going to be and all that. I mean, there's different caterpillars for different weathers.
There's a lot to all that, you know.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and thank you, Nostalgic Podblast. Yeah, I know he's been wanting to talk with me and interview me on a future live stream about my experiences with the Highwayman with Sam J. Jones and everybody back there in 87, 88 when I was still living in Arizona. Yeah, I would love to do that with you, Nostalgic.
The Highwayman.
Yeah.
Why?
next week, if nothing happens, we're hoping to go out. We got 3 different places to choose from, and I reckon I'm just going to flip a coin to see which one we go to, and we're going to film it and do a little
Three-sided
talk
coin.
about it. Huh? No,
The three-sided coin.
no. Heads or tails, one of those wins, and then heads or tails, the next one wins. So,
Best.
we'll have to do it, yeah. 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Just like Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, didn't Meatloaf say that at one time? 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's what he
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah.
Echo here.
Rest in peace, Meatloaf. I mean, he's been gone for a while. Poor man.
Well, it's been hot around here. Been up to 90s. It's real fun going to town without an air conditioner, too. We ain't got one in the vehicle.
Hey,
We just
Mr.
do like
Lee,
old timey
you're
days.
quoting Johnny Cash. Okay.
We just do like old timey days. We roll the windows down and do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my air conditioner has to be charged in my truck because it just doesn't seem cold enough.
Mine doesn't either.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't.
What's wrong with the AC? Is it just a connection thing, or
Well,
No,
it's blowing
probably
cool, not
just-
cold.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's cool. It's not cold.
It might just
Hey.
be that it's so fucking hot outside. It can't keep up.
Hey, let me ask you, have you saw the trick on YouTube where you take the disinfectant spray, Lysol, and you can spray it on your air conditioner and it blows cold air real good? I mean, guaranteed to give you ice cold air.
What air conditioner?
yeah.
It's a car air conditioner.
There's a lot of
Okay.
components.
Put Lysol in and blow cold air for sure. I don't know, somewhere on YouTube, I saw that clip. It was weird. I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I don't believe a lot of shit I see on YouTube.
Yeah. I think it'll tear your air conditioner up.
Making a cameo appearance in tonight's stream.
It's every time David talks.
Yeah.
It's his
I have a quick
oxygen tank.
Yeah, I have a quick little funny story to tell. I told you my dad, he's turning 81 this year. He has to be the only person I know on this earth who owns Folsom Prison Blues from Johnny Cash on 8-track, cassette, beta, CD, vinyl, like everything. He owns that album on every single form of media, everything, even the download, even the download to his phone or download thing. Yeah, whole thing. Yeah, he has to be. Yeah, $1 every night with my CPAP man. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you go through that, Karen. Yeah.
We've got a little white-tailed squirrel running around out here during the daytime.
Wow,
What tail?
really?
It's solid white. His tail is solid white. The rest of his body looks like a regular squirrel. It looks like somebody has took and dipped his tail in bleach.
Highballed squirrel.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is weird looking. I got a picture of him on my community page.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Karen says, like you just said, that your dad had all the Folsom Prison on every form of
Folsom Prison
media.
Blues. Yeah.
Karen says, I'm like that with Led Zeppelin.
Wow. That's impressive, Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah. First vehicle I had an 8-track tape player in it, and then I went to Walmart and bought me a cassette player radio and put in it when they come out, and then I never did get a CD player until I was probably 30 years old. Finally got a vehicle with a CD player in it, and I mean, if you look at it, back in the day, like Retro Kids got on his community thing. He says when I was growing up, it was hard to keep up with 8 tracks and CDs and then LPs and all this, and now you got to keep up with your subscription on MP3 players and all this junk now.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's weird. Life
This is-
changed.
I feel very old when I tell, like, if some kid was to ask me, what I remember, I used to have mixes I would create on cassettes, music, my own music mixes, like the way they do it now. It's like, you got these playlists that you can create on YouTube with all your favorite music and all the stuff from the past and everything. And I said, I didn't have that back then. Back then, I had to listen to the radio. I was
And
listening
before
to
that, you
4
went
or
along.
5. Right. This is the 80s, or mid 70s, early 80s, and into the 90s. And I would have to listen to the radio on 4 different stations that I was following at the time. One of them a country western station. The other 3 were, either light rock or, early rock stuff. And I would just put these music mixes on my tapes, on my cassette tapes. I made a lot of them. And I was like, and then I had to give them away. No, not
do
8
you
track. That was
remember-
my dad. 8 track was my dad. No.
All right, you're talking over one another.
I was fixing to ask him a question. Go ahead.
Go ahead, dude.
Go ahead.
You doing construction in your living room? What is that?
Do what?
It sounded like
what
a
is that?
jackhammer.
Yeah, it was like a building something.
All right.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
remember, Mike? Do you remember whenever you bought the movies on the LP and had to slide them into like a disc player? You put them in just like a disc player, and it played the movie on your TV. Do you remember those?
The
That
Blu-ray?
was weird in my childhood. That was the weirdest thing I can remember in my childhood.
All right.
We
This
had
is
Betamax.
about to
We
get
had
interesting, guys. Hold on a second.
I'm sorry.
I got to bring somebody up. I don't have to, but I'm curious.
Okay.
Jedediah, what's up?
What's up? What's going on?
How you doing?
What's
good. How
going
about y'all?
on, man?
Good, man. Good.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Fucking, I saw you guys hanging out here. The WTF show? I said,
It
I
stands
said-
for Why the Fascination.
well, I said, what the fuck? I was like, what? I got to get in there.
Right
And
on.
then here I am. How are y'all? Everybody good tonight?
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Hell yeah. I'd like to give a prayer for Larry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are
Hey,
you
my
from?
friend in my ear, Revenue, could you pray for Larry, please?
Yeah, thank you, Jen.
Hey, what's wrong with? Yeah, sorry. Do you mind if I ask what's going on with Larry?
Yeah, now Larry had a faulty heart ventricle, so he
Ooh.
had to go through open heart surgery
Damn.
back on July 1st.
There's another one back there, too.
Did you get that Revenue?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Faulty heart ventricle.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's Obama.
Yeah, we're gonna
Bin
get some
Laden.
prayers for you, brother. We're gonna get some prayers for Larry.
Hey, we appreciate that.
Yeah, no
He's
problem.
in ICU right now. He is recovering, so he's
Good,
gonna be in the
good.
hospital for a couple more days.
Well, hopefully all the prayers come through. Everything's smooth sailing. He gets out, good to go.
Right on.
Well, I
we talking
appreciate
about?
that. Yeah, we have our friend Jay Aldrich who lives down in Louisiana with his girlfriend Renee, and he has 12 prayer groups that he goes from. So we got that, and then my parents are his parents. When it's a mother from another
Yeah.
mother, brother from
Okay, I
another
got
mother.
you. I got you. Yeah.
And my parents are Carmelite ministers through the Catholic Church. So they have their own prayer groups and they're praying for Larry as well. So he's got so many prayers up the wing, and he doesn't know what to do about it. He says, all I can do, Mikey, is it says, I love you, brother, and thank everyone. And I said, oh, sure, absolutely. Most welcome.
Larry for Larry.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're gonna make sure. Yeah, we're gonna get mad. We're gonna get so many prayers for him for sure. Knack, what are you up to? What are you up to, Knack?
Not much. Just
What kind
hanging
of
out.
music you play, Obama?
I like
Hey,
I like
Obama.
the channel.
He's talking to you, dude.
What kind of music you play?
Yeah.
Must be muted or something.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Obama.
I don't have a
It's
music.
Mr. Bin Laden to you.
Well,
I'm gonna call you Mrs. Bin Laden. I'm gonna call you Mrs. Bin Laden. You're gonna be my passenger seat princess.
Here, you want
Yeah,
to catch some?
Hey, come back, Stevie. What the
Am I
hell?
gonna separate them?
what?
Stevie, come back.
What?
Where'd you go?
I'm
Hello? Hello, Stevie. Hello. Where'd you go?
Mr. Obama
What
bin
you
Laden,
smoking
what-
on, Mog?
what is your-
What you smoking on? Or is it Mood?
Yeah.
Mood's been
Yeah.
on.
Where'd she go?
I don't
She's
know.
here.
She took away from
Hey, welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you.
Back.
Mom?
No, I
Such a
wanted,
good
I
job.
wanted to ask Obama bin Laden, sir, what's your favorite music genre? What do you play?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything
Right.
besides country.
What is it?
Wear a cowboy hat.
Oh, he does have a cowboy hat, huh? Fuck! God
I got-
damn it!
I
got-
I didn't notice it.
He
Yeah,
looks
I
like
gotta
he's ready to play some old home.
No, I wanted to tell you there was a recent video I just came across. Get this. 13 days ago, there was a video that just came out. Motley Crue and Dolly Parton.
What?
Oh, big
Yeah.
tits lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no big tits, ladies. You fucking guard big tits.
Is that
ladies.
insane?
Dude,
No, I'm thinking that's insane. You got
that is
the
cool.
guy from Motley Crue, and you got Dolly Parton combining on a song.
Why not?
Mr. Lee Threepo said to play
You know,
something. Obama bin Laden,
insane.
play something.
Guitars put up when it's put up.
No,
He put
dude.
up his guitar.
Yeah, y'all might have to ban him from the chat. He put his guitar up.
Right.
I don't think you're allowed here. He's got to pay the fucking toll with a song, a tune, some would say.
What's he got in his hand?
Jedediah. Shush.
What? Dude, you think your little gun scares me, dude? I got,
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. I got this lighter. I'll throw it at your eye, real hard, dude. Real hard. Fuck your whole shit up, dude.
Anyway,
Hey, careful there, man.
really can't have firearms on the screen right here.
Dude, Obama. What the fuck, man?
Come on, it's in my culture, man. It's what my little group called. It's like what my little group does. It's called ISIS.
Oh yeah, true. Obama bin Laden. I forgot about the bin Laden part. I was so focused on the Obama that I forgot the bin Laden.
Here you off, huh?
Yeah, he's my close cousin.
How close?
Hey, have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that clip where that one guy from the news went over and he talked to a lot of Bin Laden's kinfolks and neighbors, and they said he's still alive. They did not kill him.
Yeah, I am. I'm right here.
No, I'm serious. The real Bin Laden, Osama Bin Laden. They
You lost your accent, though. You don't sound that at least.
Hello, he's most definitely the Obama cousin. Yes. What are you eating over there, Obama?
A slush puppy.
Wait for
A
my
slush
viral.
puppy?
You know,
Are
every
you
time
and
I
Stevie
have,
side by side right now? I hear her through you. Whoa! Ah! Whoa! Calm down. You got to be careful. That freaked
Sitting
me
right
out.
next to me.
Yeah, you broke the fourth wall there. That was crazy.
Well, I think
You're like
that's what we're all
fucking
feeling
Deadpool.
already.
You're like Deadpool. Don't reach into my bubble. I'll reach up into your bubble.
Time in.
You
Whoa.
can't reach.
It's all right. Yeah, you'd see yourself if my hand popped up on your screen, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that would
You
freak me out.
I
What's
just
up?
want to say Hey, Jedediah, I just want to say, honestly, why the mask? I'm just curious.
Because I hate my own face.
Oh, okay.
Both of you?
Right?
It's a persona.
Yeah, that's his persona.
That was kind of also addressed to you, Obama.
I know I asked earlier, but where are you guys from?
Yeah, where you guys from?
I'm from the United States.
I'm from Afghanistan.
Did you fight over in Afghanistan?
If you want me to be more specific, I'm from Palmdale.
Palmdale, California. I know.
Yeah,
Lane
and then I
Castro.
moved to Asheville, Alabama.
Nice.
Heck of a move.
Yeah.
That's a considerable move, though, going from California to Alabama.
But I've lived in Chicago for probably the last 10 years. So I went from
NAC
Asheville,
is in Alabama.
from Palmdale to Asheville to Chicago.
Oh, now you're in Chicago. Okay.
Now I'm in Chicago, yeah. And I'm plotting the next move.
Where is exactly Asheville, Alabama? I'm not familiar with that. Is that down south?
Yeah, it's pretty down south. A couple hours from Birmingham.
Okay.
Birmingham. Those Birmingham bearings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know those.
Well, I'm up in North Alabama in the Shoals.
Oh, hell yeah. What's it like up there?
That's badass.
Hell yeah.
We got the Quad Cities. We always got some kind of concert going, or the blues, the rock.
Hold on, guys. I gotta make a call. I gotta blow something up.
Yeah, I'm probably the only one of all of us who's outside of the States. My wife and I, we live outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, cool.
Near Lake
Cool.
Ontario. So we're in a suburb called Scarborough.
Oh, hell yeah. You should maybe not say exactly where you live, but hell yeah, dude. I hope it's nice up there. You gotta be careful.
No, if I say Scarborough has like 4 different
Canada's different than it is.
Yeah, nobody could really find us. Yeah. So.
Sure. I tried to use Google Maps one time up in Canada, and like half of fucking Canada's not even in Google Maps.
Yeah, it's true.
That's crazy.
I drove across it. When we came back here to move permanently, she already had a place here. But when I drove her back and went across, I started from East Point, Idaho, which was the furthest east part of British Columbia on the other side. And then I drove all the way from there, all the way back here to Toronto. All across Canada.
That's a hell of a drive, huh? That's a crazy drive.
Well, it was a total of over, driving from Niagara Falls, New York, Buffalo area, down to Arizona, then coming from Arizona back all the way to Toronto. That's over 6,000 miles.
It's a long drive.
Yeah. And I was the only one driving.
Yeah.
She can't drive, so I'm like, hey, you know what? As long as I can still breathe and can walk, I was driving. So yeah, it was great though. I mean, it was a fantastic drive, the whole thing. That's why, like my brother Larry,
How long did it take?
He's never done the that crossing from Santa Monica to Chicago, from the old Route 66. He's never done it. I've already driven it, so I already know what it's like. But I've never done it. And I said, hey, it's worth the trip. It really is. There's a lot of great things to see. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to jump off here, okay? The AC unit just kicked back on, and
David is
back with y'all and everything. So, y'all take care.
Yes, sir. You stay safe.
All right, we'll see y'all.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna end this in a couple of minutes anyway. What time is it?
It's 11 on the clock.
Jedediah.
Yeah,
want a
we're on the
cigarette?
same time frame there, Mokes.
Don't want a cigarette? Not right now. I just put one out, but I'll smoke one here soon, I'm sure.
Oh, here, take another one, just for the long run.
Appreciate that. dog.
Because over here in the Middle East, we got ones anyway.
So, what do you guys do? What are y'all up to in here?
We just talk about anything.
We're in a
Random topic.
Bigfoot community.
Cryptids,
We cover everything:
paranormal.
paranormal, UFOs,
Every-
Bigfoot,
Everybody
fishing,
in
whatever.
chat and everyone related to the
Bigfoot,
channel
that's
has
my
had some
cousin,
kind
man.
of experience that
I thought your cousin was Bin Laden. Bigfoot Bin Laden. It makes sense now. No wonder we can't find him. He's in the cave.
right.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
what's your favorite
I've seen
trip?
An eclectic group that hangs out here.
I mean, the
Okay.
show's why the fascination. He started this channel based on just wanting to hear everybody's story. Everybody's got a story of something weird, something unusual, abnormal, whatever you want to call it. But we've all had experiences, paranormal, seeing shit we just don't know what the hell we're looking at.
I see my dad and grandma fuck my dad and grandpa in the corner of my room.
That's
Wow, that's
so
scary.
appropriate.
Oh, my dad gets stung by a bee once.
Well,
And he was like, ow! Ah!
they had
I was
that.
like, it's okay.
That's not that paranormal, though.
Mr. Lee says time
I don't know. That might have been a ghost bee.
from
Yeah.
one flew over the coconut.
Hold on, guys. I can't take these fucking earbuds no
I
more.
like
The
watching.
spirit of the bee.
Yeah, I like watching a lot of those Discovery Channel documentaries, the History Channel, Ancient Aliens with Georgios from Greece. Oh my God, so many stuff. I just saw this thing with Ben Hansen, the guy that does the Discovery Channel, about UFO Witness, which came out 5 years ago before the dreaded disease thing happened. And he was talking to Lynn Katay, who had taken the initial video of the Phoenix Lights down there in Phoenix, Arizona, back in March of '97. And I've already told Modes and CVB my experience. I know for a fact it was not a plane, it was not a helicopter, it was not one of those stealth aircraft, because because when I was in Nevada, I'd seen those B-117s. I'd seen those huge things fly overhead, so I knew what a stealth aircraft looked like.
I think
And
those
it
are
was
pretty
not
average.
that. This thing was over Camelback Mountain, hovering. No sound, nothing. And I was driving back, and there was nobody. This is weird. I'm driving back on that brand new 101 freeway, going back north or back east. So I was heading back to my home, and I just got out of a karaoke session over down in Chandler. So I'm driving back, and I have my window open, and I hear no traffic. I don't see anybody coming, and I look over at Camelback Mountain. Like I said, to this day, I can't explain what the hell that thing was. I can't. But it had all the lights and the whole thing, back in
Oh, yeah.
'97.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
and then we saw it
I had a
again in
brownie
Did they probe you?
Yeah.
the actor Kurt Russell was the first. He reported it, but he saw it
Yes.
from a plane.
He was
He
fine.
was flying a private plane, and he saw those
Yeah, he
lights.
had his own plane and he flew in and said, "Sick flight," all in
Called it in.
He called it him.
Hey, did y'all know that the last words of Walt Disney weren't even really words. He wrote on a piece of paper Kurt Russell and handed it to the nurse or whatever the fuck. That was the last thing he did.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard
Creepy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true story.
Weird, right? That's true. Yeah, you can look that up. That's real. And nobody to this day knows why. Because Kurt Russell, when Walt Disney died, was like a fucking child.
Yeah, but he was probably in some Disney stuff too. Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kurt
I don't know if he was.
Russell.
'Cause I remember seeing him as an
He told
as a
me
kid,
he
child
played
actor.
Disney in some kind of early Disney.
I'm gonna look it
Show
up.
or
Let me see.
something,
Kurt
and
Russell.
yeah.
Look at Mike. What
That's
the fuck
what I
did this
said.
look into?
I walked.
Hey, Mikey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Don't take this to any offense, but are you homophobic?
Am I homophobic? No. I have friends of the, the whole L, stuff.
Okay,
I-
well,
I-
as
that
long as
person-
you're not, we're good.
Kurt Russell
Yeah,
did do
I'm not
Disney
homophobic.
stuff when he
Not
was a
at all.
kid.
No.
I
He
made
was
the contact
voice of
cartel.
somebody in fucking Fox and the Hound, I think it was.
Was he Fox in the Hound?
He was in
Did
Fox
he
and
do
the
a
Hound.
voice
He
like in
played,
that, a voiceover or something?
yeah, he played Copper.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've never seen that movie, so I have no idea who that character
I-
is. But
I was used to seeing them. You guys remember the movies they did, the computer who wore tennis shoes and all that stuff that Kurt was in.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Peter wore tennis shoes.
yeah, the computer who wore tennis shoes.
That was the name of the movie.
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
Yeah,
No.
Kurt
Oh,
Russell.
you need to look it up. It's in YouTube. Go find it. Kurt Russell.
it
heard the
good?
film. Yeah. Go check
It was a
out.
Disney one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
It
weird.
was.
We need to
Remember, he
remake
did
of that.
Big Trouble in Little China. Still one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little
Love
China is
him
good. I know that. I know that. It's a good movie.
Yeah. And then remember,
Escape
he
from New
did
York.
Escape from L.A.
Right? It
He
was
did Escape
Escape
from
from
L.A.
LA.
and Escape from New York.
No
my God.
gerbils, please. Why not? What do you got against gerbils, bud? Huh? I say more
Allergic.
gerbils.
Oh,
That's what I say. I say give me a tube and let me cut loose. You know what I'm talking about?
He was,
Makes his
yeah,
eyes water.
one of the recent things he did was Guardians of the Galaxy, where he was
Yeah, he
there
did,
with
yeah.
Pratt, and he said, "I'm sort of a planet." It was his dad. Oh my God!
Kate Smasher,
I
what's
think
up?
the motion
I'm thinking
capture
about
with
gerbils
his
now.
face and made him youthful in it.
Sounded
Oh my
bad.
God! Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that was like Guardian of the Galaxy 2. Was it 2 or 3?
It was Deuce. Guardians of the Galaxy number Deuce. Yes,
Deuce.
sir.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
And who would have thought that Sly Stallone would show up in a Guardians movie?
Dude, I could have called that a mile away. Stallone would do anything for $30,000.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? You want
That $30,000, I'd have him behind me right now on camera, rubbing my shoulders, shirtless.
Now this is
I'm like,
how much.
yes, Rocky. Deeper,
Yeah.
deep tissue, Rocky.
Yeah, this is how much I like Sly Stallone. I own all 4 of his Expendables films.
Damn. Yeah, I gave up after 20 minutes of the first one, I think, probably.
Why'd you
Not a
go
big
back-
Sylvester Stallone guy. But it was mostly because he hasn't massaged me yet. I think once that happens, I'll be a huge fan.
Well, guys, we are going to cut this short. Not short, we're
Not
actually
sure.
over.
We've been on for 2 hours. Come
Mikey,
on.
it was good to see you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, you guys too.
If you talk to Sylvester Stallone, let him know that I am
for you.
interested in a massage.
We'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Michael Haywood.
See you guys later. Especially you, Mikey. You're my favorite, dude. I fuck with you hard. You're so cool, dude. Fuck yeah.
Thanks,
Right
Jack.
on, dude.
Allah Akbar.
Oh, jeez.
This is for entertainment purposes only. We do not
Absolutely
condone any
100%.
remarks or anything that people might
The
say.
comments or
Um,
may not be.
No, as I've
told
always
you,
said,
Everybody gets to come up.
Yes.
Yeah.
there's
No, as I've always said, Mo, Stevie B,
That's the way it
you're
is.
two of the most wonderful people in the world. You're a great couple, and I'm always honored and blessed to be a part of your panels. I really am. So
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
absolutely.
Thanks for hanging out.
And we send all of our prayers. Thank you for all the prayers for
You're
Larry.
right.
I know he needs them.
Hope everybody
And,
feels better. Oh, I didn't
Oh.
do it. Maybe I did. Sorry.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Thank
no, that's
you.
okay. I was ready to go. Thanks, guys. Take care. Love you,
Good
love you
night.
both. God bless.
Well, that was interesting.
It was. I went to take my out. I came back. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Right show. What
I was like,
the
I'm over here. I'm like, who's that? He's like, I don't know.
fuck?
That's cool. Right on. That's what the show's about.
Hey,
You've never turned anyone away.
never.
You've
I've
cut,
kicked people out.
you've cut somebody short. But
Well,
no, that's what the link is for. It's for anybody to
it was
come out
interesting.
and-
So, what do we have? 3 tonight coming on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 different, 3 new. That's all right. Hope they sub. Tell their friends.
Don't necessarily tell your friends.
Well, I know. I thought about that after I said it. I was like, well,
Just kidding. It was good to have you guys on. That was cool.
yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Everybody be safe and
Happy
have a
4th of July,
Happy 4th of July.
Independence Day. Have a safe weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday. It was great to see everybody. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, and leave comments. And if you're confused about what just happened, so am I, but it's all
We are
good.
too, but it's all right.
You can always go back and rewatch it.
Right.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but yeah,
no, it's
Vance, it
no,
does.
he says censorship sucks.
It really does.
Yeah, so I didn't do it.
That's right. Good
Right.
night, everybody. We love you.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We love you. Like she said, peace and God bless.